Hello, and welcome to our 57th episode of the Adventures in Excordia campaign. I'm your tired DM, Connor. Playing with us tonight is Karen, played by Pyro.
What? I'm back. Oh, fuck. God damn it.
And Ariel, played by Norman.
Hi.
Silver, played by Tristan. Silver, played by Tristan.
Oh, sorry. Boy.
Okay. Katira, played by Liv.
Hey.
And Zonkiri, played by Fergus.
Oh, looks like my delivery is about to be here.
DoorDash is approaching your location. Last we left off, you all had rescued Lamaril and Mivan and made your way back to Ferris. While here, you discovered that everybody had, after a powerful expression of the mystic of Gleeful Guise's power, all the residents are slightly out of sync with the city, and it'll last for another 24 to 48 hours. In the meantime, a horde of powerful Astray are coming to tear the city to the ground. Of the remaining individuals, you found the Matron of Ravens, heavily wounded in her room or chambers. You had gone to her side and helped her tip the needle in her favor, and now she resides in the main beacon of Faris, meditating for aid and guidance. And you all have talked to Voflin, the ancient mage you defrosted. You had put together plans to make a archaeomancy bubble to ward off the Astray. What did I say the magnitude was on that, Norman?
You never did.
I did.
You said it was the same as the magnitude that covered Moonwatch, and that it would require I believe it was a very rare item to pull off.
I remember the very rare part, and I gave a number for the magnitude. Did nobody write it down?
No.
Why would I?
Honestly, I'm assuming those numbers are in constant flux at this point.
Don't worry, I'll hold Norman accountable. Yeah. So you've got the very rare magic item you were going to sack for that was what again?
The Iron Stone of Intellect.
Gotcha. Also, in the recap that totally wasn't over, you had an old party, quote-unquote, friend, Abther, the transmutation changeling wizard, pop into town with his card of holding and offering aid where he can give it. Karen also paid Probeak to pop by and transfer the curse off of Morgana onto him. That happened about an hour before we pick up.
Hey, Connor, can you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me a fire elemental sheet? Just in case.
Do you not already have one?
I have a copy of a free sheet for Celestial thing.
Let me sort through my 1001 folders. I already have a fire mental drag out somewhere, so I gotta copy it from the compendium real quick. Give me a moment.
Okay.
Edit. All And should be an extra player bits now.
Thank
A
you.
usable version of it at least. Well, if Shane was logged in, he would have been announced.
Well,
Well done.
my what do you want from me?
I read left to right, shouting at mine and going, Karen, Norin, Silver, Tip. You're not here. You're not on the roster.
Cancelled
Well,
barbarian.
Maybe just once I'd like to be remembered when it's not a requirement on the sheet.
Keep dreaming. So, and Dario, you were the one going to perform the Stone Archaeomancy with the guidance of Wolflin. Were you going to do? Let me start that sentence over. And
Yeah,
Dario,
sure.
you were going to perform the Stone Archaeomancy. Were you going to do that immediately, or was there something else you wanted to do before you started the preparations? Is that a yes, start immediately, or no? Okay. I'm gonna need you to give me an Arcana check to craft up the spell. At advantage, as Vauflin helps you. If only you spoke them, I might have understood. Okay. So 12. You take the Ioun Stone, place it in the center, and you draft up a series of runes to create the effect you're looking for. The Ioun Stone is broken as fuel, and the spell fails to come to fruition.
That sucks.
You have more very rare magic items, or you can go on the hunt for a powerful creature that you could use.
Well, give it about an hour, there'll be one at our doorstep.
I think the main problem there, Shane, is that they want to have this bubble up before that thing gets there.
Bummer.
Yes.
Would a set of scales from a Topaz Shadow Dragon help?
Typically, there's one really useful part harvested from each creature, and since you all already have the fundamentum as like the important thing off of that one, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I normally have it, or plan to have it limited to one use per creature. The CR you'd be looking for is 14. A CR 18 creature.
Oh, okay. So not something I can do by myself.
No. As a reminder, this would create a permanent barrier around Ferris. So it's using creature parts for this stuff gets expensive. It starts at a CR 10, and then I walk it up.
Basically, we would need another Andros Sphinx.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we have time for that.
You have 24 to 48 hours, and you're 8 hours in.
And we have to kill this thing and get back to the city. We're on a
Yeah.
we have like a 12-hour or not even 12-hour. We have a 8-hour radius around the city to hunt things. I think if anything that
Yep.
large was in the area, it'd already be here.
Okay.
Agreed.
Then did you want to try and burn another very rare magic item?
I don't think. If we fail again, we're kind of. I think it's worth it, right? What was the DC on that check?
Was not declared, but a 12 was rolled. So I think that's...
Oh. Could someone do an Arcana to guesstimate the DC?
Sure. Who would like to do that?
Someone other than me, I hope.
Yeah, I guess I'll do it.
No, I'll do it. No, kidding. Go ahead, do it.
It was a DC 19.
Ooh.
Pretty brutal.
It's a pretty big deal if it had succeeded.
It's also a very rare item sensor around. DC 19.
15 plus
So
the
if
magnitude.
item breaks on anything other than a critical failure.
If you fail at all, the item's consumed.
Damn.
So the tentative DC I'm using is a 15 plus the magnitude. This set at a 4. With,
I have a clue.
do you have a question?
Yes.
Get closer to your mic for it then.
Is this close enough?
Yes, I can actually hear you now.
You said that it's a very rare item to erect a permanent barrier around this place.
Mhm.
What if it's permanent?
What if it's what?
Not permanent.
It's significantly easier.
What would we need for a temporary? One that would last just long enough for us to get the people back.
It'd probably be about a CR2, or excuse me, a magnitude 2.
Which would be
An uncommon magic item to make it last 24 hours.
Table scraps.
DC 17, yeah.
I mean,
uncommon and doable.
I'm fine with that. You guys, I can throw up a magic item or two for that. I guess some ones I ain't using.
Yeah, I think I do as well.
Sure.
Says Morgana, 3 districts over.
I'm at the tree still.
But yeah, she actually is like
over here where I am at the tree.
she is like 3 districts over.
Shane's just been role-playing this whole time. I got it.
All right, so I'll toss up an uncommon item for another attempt,
Cool.
just for a 24-hour barrier.
Cool. Out of curiosity, which one do you throw out?
If I say it, you're gonna hate me.
Say it.
Soul coin. We have 413. We have 413 attempts, guys.
You're right. I am gonna hate you. So, Andara, what's your alignment again?
She can hold at least one.
Andara, what's your alignment again? Neutral evil? Okay. You are about to destroy somebody's soul to create this. Are you good with that?
Better ask it some questions.
Sure about that, Connor?
Yes, I am sure about that. If you want to use the bullshit to try and circumvent the stakes, I'm gonna have to tack on something else.
Did you not give us the bullshit?
I'm fine with that.
That's the typical rules. I'm saying he's gonna eviscerate them and use them as fuel.
Good.
Do it twice.
So
Good.
Do it twice to be sure.
So I'm assuming that.
Double kill this bitch.
So you drop the soul coin into Indariel's hand. You place it in the center. As you're tracing out the runes this time, Vaughtlin helps guide you into correcting some of your mistakes from before. And he starts to correct you, and then you start to see the pattern yourself. And you all begin to see this like green runic language stretching up Indariel's arms. And almost like a manic frenzy, she seems to quickly begin tracing out these runes in the sand. Until placing the coin in the center, uttering some words in a strange language, and all of it compresses into this tiny little stone orb. It starts to crack until, shooting from the top of it, beam of energy produces this bubble around the city as the stone slowly rips itself apart over the course of the next 24 hours.
Can we put like a little, like a little arcade slot into the wall?
Loading up credits, just.
Pop machine.
This thing really is just a quarter eater. Puts another one in.
Lures souls into oblivion.
I'm not hearing this.
I'm not hearing this.
So, there is. Let me draw a little ellipses. Bonk. You produce the shell.
It's in the Zonkiri color. I was saying that as a positive thing.
Now it's Norman's pen color. Be happy. So.
Well, that worked.
There you
You'd
go.
be surprised. You'd be surprised the kind of things you can power with a soul. Flying castle, an impenetrable barrier, my favorite chandelier.
I'm not at all surprised by any of this.
I got a chandelier last Friday.
3 districts over. Was it bright chandelier?
No, actually, it ate light.
Oh.
Why would you want a chandelier that eats light?
Because it's funny.
I didn't know he was gonna
Fair enough.
fucking see that. God damn it.
What?
Just the Zonkiriisms, they took Shane out. So, you all have your astray bubble. Was there anything else anybody wanted to have in preparation before the hordes appear?
I have several things that they can act as a golden reliquary, but one of them was that little flower he gave me, and then I have that thing we talked about, the sunstone, counting as something along those lines.
Yeah, it explicitly
Okay.
said it counts as a reliquary.
Yeah, just making sure.
Yeah.
Making sure. We're about to do a lot
Good
of
looking
funny
out.
shit.
We mentioned sort of counting this thing like a reliquary. Me flashing back. Oh, by the way, your sunstone counts as a holy reliquary worth 500 gold. Oh, okay.
Connor, you do not make me bring up every item you've forgotten as martyr. I will throw you under the fucking bus.
What items have I forgotten?
Hey, Connor,
It's rotation.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm. What has idea? What is idea?
Can I perform a time archaeomancy to give us all a temporary boost in speed?
Cool.
Similar to like advantage on an initiative roll next time we roll initiative.
Just you all?
Yeah, basically it's just equivalent to casting Enhance Ability Dex for just that check.
I'm gonna eat my next words. You can do it with an uncommon, magnitude 2.
Awesome. Alright, so
So
just
good. So good.
chuck the staff along shadows in there. Make it permanent. Joking.
Yeah, who needs this fucker? Just yeet it.
Conjure.
Alright, so Arcana check. Alright.
17.
Karen, can I get a bit of guidance?
Laughlin will give you advantage as well if you ask for help.
Yay.
Does Zonkiri ask him for help?
No.
Considering Vaughlin's the one who would actually know this recipe, probably.
Okay, because of who your character is, I have to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Vaughlin's, like, Zonkiri might pose this idea, but I'm imagining Vaughlin's the one that actually, oh yeah, I know the recipe for that.
he just gives you the, like, hey, you should probably add this to this, and this and this.
Where did you get a soul coin?
They're so.
30.
How do you want to describe how your boon of dexterity looks?
For anyone willing to take it, which, it's up to you guys. I'm assuming the maximum it can affect is just the party, yes?
Yeah.
There is a small circle that he's kind of etching into the stone with a knife, and as he kind of destroys the soul coin and it fills the circle almost like a magic circle, anyone who steps through it gets a small, almost tattoo like symbol of what would be the right way to put this? I want to say a symbol of a skeleton's hand dripping more sand into an hourglass.
Ooh.
I put it right next to my other one.
And when you use it, it's holding the sand over the hourglass, and when you use it, the tattoo will drop the sand into the hourglass, flash, you'll get a boost of speed, and then it'll disappear.
Cool.
How's that,
That's
Connor?
rad.
Sounds cool.
So, anybody want a Zonkiri tattoo?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure, I'll put it right next to my other one. Blech.
Temporary, right?
As soon as you use it, goes away.
I feel like that was an in-character question to Zonkiri.
The damn sponge.
It should go away as soon as you use it.
He's got a damp paper towel.
Alright.
Not a tattoo person.
Now, here's the question I pose to everybody.
Tattoo.
Where does the temporary tattoo appear on each of you as you walk through the circle?
I'm gonna say it and get it out of the way. Womb tattoo.
Of all the places,
I don't
that's
think
the
any of us
creepiest.
did that.
I was thinking you were going to say tramp stamp.
I know.
Okay. I don't want to know any more about your way of thinking. Next person.
Let's see.
Bicep.
Bicep for Katira, silver.
I am going to roll for it. It'll just randomly appear.
Just like a teardrop tattoo, please.
Okay, so
DM's not at all biased and doesn't want something funny to happen.
1 is left arm, 2 is right arm, 3 is chest, 4 is face, 5 is back, And 6, I don't know where. You choose where 6 is.
Good.
So... Yeah!
I'm gonna give Fergus brainstorm. Best I've got right now is the like a teardrop tattoo just right there on the cheekbone. Got any better ideas? Twisted places for it to appear.
Under his chin.
Ooh, that's kind of cool though.
What is-
I wanted it to. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll go with under the chin. The DM's fixation on wanting you to look a little trashy
Was it
is
one of
being
our
let go.
first chin?
Yours was Karen's was in his mouth, I believe.
Terrence was in his
No.
mouth.
No.
Somebody's was.
No, mine was in my mouth.
Oh, that's
The
right.
Put it where
curse-
the curse was.
The
Put
curse.
it where the curse was.
I'm gonna say it goes there then. Roof
I
of your mouth.
remember because you had to put a knife tip into my mouth, and it hurt me, my character, so much.
I think I'm gonna say that the tattoo appears at the roof of your mouth, somehow knowing that it's gonna make you groan a little inside, realizing something's there again.
Big butt. Big butt.
Uh, it was a place that was already hollowed out.
I would like to just say, to make it even worse, because of what Morgana is, that tattoo is visible to everyone.
Awful.
Why?
She doesn't have clothes. She's just a machine.
You're awful, Shane.
So it's just there. Everyone saw it just appear there.
Why do you even have that piece?
Why do you even have that lever?
What do you mean?
Why do you have that organ when you are?
It's not in. It's not in there. Oh my.
Why did
Do you not know what that means? It's like, look, I know you've seen quote unquote artwork online. It's what the succubi have. Just that little heart thing, like right under their belly button, basically.
That is not the terminology for the placement of that tattoo.
It is now.
I'm glad this is recorded.
Mm-hmm.
The real questions.
So,
All you gotta do is put it in Google and you'll see.
so Karen.
Tattoo.
So, between Karen's shoulder blades, right below is Celestial script of his Ashen Curse. Neat. Metal. And Ariel? Oh, face above eyebrow. Amazing.
Do you ever bother reading chat?
I quite literally
Look
just did.
directly, look directly under where Sankari rolled his Arcana, please.
Neat.
Thank you.
It's a whole lot of words. Too bad I'm not reading them.
It's not gonna stop me because I can't
Alright.
read.
Alright,
Hey,
I've
what's
got
up?
two
I'm Jared. I'm
summons.
19 and I never learned how to fucking read.
Damn. I've got two summons I can bust out during the fight. I've got Celestial Spirit, and I've got the Order Elemental. I'm probably gonna bust that one out for the boss fight. So the first thing coming out is the Spirit. Do we want Avenger or Defender?
What's the difference?
Defender is tankier and it has the ability to give people a little bit of temp HP. Radiant has a fuck ton of range.
Probably range.
Like,
I got a feeling these things are gonna be flying.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
What gives you that impression, besides the first time you saw it being in the clouds?
Just a gamble.
Almost, it's a similar type of gamble of not killing Pyro's monsters within melee range for risk of explosion.
I really
They
thought
exploded!
you were gonna drag me over the coals about thunder damage in caves again. Anyway,
No, because that's my shtick.
uh-huh. Does any
Fuck
what
you.
what other preparations do you all like to make?
Why am I gonna drive
Funnily
you
enough,
about mine?
hearing Pyro in pain has healed me somewhat. I feel more
I
limber.
mean, is there anything like ballistas on these walls?
There are a couple, but for the most part, if something gets to the city like that, well, actually, Katero, you would know this off your top of your head. The little
Yeah.
ones, the walls are built so strong enough that the little astray can't really get in. And in the few times where something big has gotten here, the big beacon can shoot a concentrated beam of the order flame towards it.
Oh, good. And the matron is in there, so hopefully she can
She is
operate that.
currently meditating. You would know that she's also the person who does that. But essentially, she uses a divine intervention and blasts it like a fucking laser. But other than that, the smaller stuff, things that try and get in the city, there are guards usually stationed inside the temple whose job is essentially to either catch and release or catch and squish anything small that tries to get in before it incinerates on the consecrated ground.
Now it's just us.
Yep. So,
Uh,
but you
I
know,
mean, I don't know how we would get them, but I do have those, what is it, 4 or 5 combat robots that I still don't know the stats of.
told you what they were. I know I told you that.
I mean, you told me what they were, but I didn't see any stat pages or anything like that, so
Never heard
I know
of
one of
Google.
them were like rifle use. One was a sniper.
Oh, those ones.
Yeah, the ones that were supposed to be used during the fight against Morgana's
Oh my god.
brother.
The street's flooding next to me. That's fun.
oh, great.
Right? Oh,
Hey,
Like I'm seeing, like, about how
the
large your average
street's
curve.
flooding next to you?
Yeah, the one
How? Is it close to your door?
next to my window.
It's next to your window. If it gets close to your door, film it, because that would be something that you could use as proof of, like, I cannot keep my door open full time for the cooler, the AC unit, because it will flood.
How big? How many inches would you say your average curb is from the asphalt to the sidewalk?
3.
Then the water is about 3 inches, but that seems a lot. Like it's about level with the top of the little concrete curb, but not up to the sidewalk. But this part of the street floods a lot. It doesn't have a very good flow, so. Luckily, there's some cars between me and there. If somebody hydroplanes, I probably won't get hit. Anyway.
I forgot to open the watch.
Oh no.
Anyway, quite literally, somebody's headlights went by, and I was like, "Huh, what was that light?" And then got sidetracked. I apologize.
yeah.
Aim this shit loud as fuck.
So, what other Zonkar? You were Chaos and Time as your Archaeomancy, right?
Uh-huh.
I've been puzzling over what the second one was for a minute. And Dara's was Shadow and Stone. I remember that.
How do you know what your Archaeomancy is?
Oh, hang
Because
on.
we rolled it.
Did we ever have Liv roll hers?
We did not.
No, because she wasn't with us.
Da-da-da.
She...
Time. Liv.
Yeah.
It's time for you to go on. Do I have magic powers or not? I need you to roll me 7d100.
Okay. All at what? All together?
Yeah, I also need to look up what the percentage was.
It was
Hmm.
high. Like, it was like in the 90s that she had to go.
I thought it was like a 17%. Like,
Oh, wait. Was it roll high or roll low?
low.
Roll low.
So I don't think she got any.
No.
Tragic. Unfortunately, Katira,
Oh, well.
you were not born special.
I'm a normie.
Anyway,
Only two of us were unique enough.
Even the 26s. Wow.
Don't worry. The automaton built with the core of a natural aspect of life didn't have it either. So clearly, it is very selective in who's special.
Yeah.
The two mages both have 2. Everybody else, shit out of luck.
That kind
But-
of tracks, though.
But
Why?
That the 2 mages have 2?
The weave magic they use and the archaeomancy that they're apparently gifted in, like, are actively against each other.
Mm.
But you all have been told by a few other NPCs that you could try and learn or be given the ability to cast it if you talk to the right people. I think Vothlin most recently was the one who said that. And I think before that, Crowbeak said something vaguely along the lines of, when you all were talking to her, going up to Mechanus, I think she said something vaguely along the lines of being able to trade in Archaeomancy potential. But I might be imagining that. But anyway, what other preparations did you all want to have before the Horde appears?
Morgana would wait for the blip to see no horde and then go look for Zunkiri. On my neck.
I would like to arm my nuclear bomb, otherwise known as Morgana.
I was like, you pulling out the big electrite?
I guess.
That'd be
I wonder
funny.
what would happen if we did that big electric.
I guess I'm still doing my alchemy thing.
Yeah, I don't
or
think I
my
have anything
Ghostbass
else
gun.
to do.
Fair warning, you could use that thing could work as like a magnitude 6+, like the top
By the
tier
way-
Archaeomancy if you want to do something with it.
Did you give the stats to Tristan yet?
For the robots,
what?
they do not exist. I was hoping to brush over that.
Mm.
The robots in
Yeah.
the fight with Morgana, I had something like the sniper one had like a heavy crossbow, and I just grabbed it as a sniper, or like one cast invisibility once. But that has been so long ago, and it was all written down on a scrap piece of paper. There's no recovering it without going back and watching the VOD.
Yep.
What?
He's taking shit from other people now too.
He's taking shit involved with my backstory
It's
from other people. Like, no one's safe now.
it's spreadable.
It's an infection. Anyway, Morgana would look for Zunkiri.
After the first 24 hours, you all wait. There is.
Alright, I'll fuck myself.
I'm sorry for letting you all for getting the. I can't think of a word. I'm gonna move on. You toss another soul coin in, and it keeps going. That's it.
And
Can you not hear him?
Hear what?
hear me
Shane's
speak!
trying to talk to you. Morgana is trying to go talk to Zankiri. He's tried like 3 times now, and you keep just brushing it off.
Damn, Connor.
Okay. You
Yeah.
go to Zankiri.
Every time you've asked, it's just something someone wants to do. I was like, I need to go talk to Zunkiri. And then you would say something else. And then you would say, is there anything anyone wants to do? I was like, I'd like to go talk to Zunkiri. And then you said, all right, after the first 24, like, fuck, man.
No Rachel, no voice.
Like, holy shit.
Don't worry.
Okay.
I almost fell back and busted my ass in my chair, so we're even.
Morgana approaches Zunkiri.
So is there
and
anything
tries
else,
to
anybody? I'm sorry, I had to.
get his attention.
Yes.
We were wondering, would it be a possibility that during this fight you might unleash Malphite.
I mean, if everything goes sideways, possibly. It's a good get out of dodge card to throw at something that's being a problem. Why?
Do you think we could speak to Malphite before then?
Sure. Now?
If we have the time.
Well, I don't see anything in here, and I get a feeling that we're safe for probably another 16 or so hours until the first 24 hours have passed, and we have to throw a second soul coin in to the slot. So sure, why not?
So you uncork and let out Malphite?
Yep. Also, Norman, if everything goes tits up,
There it is.
It'll be $7.99 over Venmo. So, this is the first time you had Malphite out on a different plane. And as he appears, something interesting happens. You see the normal beetle-like figure he has. And then Morgana, as it's facing you, you see a shimmer wash over the stone in his chest. And you see his body almost like it stretches and shifts a little bit. It starts to take on this almost zebra-like splotches of white around him with a few other spikes. And you see a little order flame in his stone. As he opens his eyes, and you see two extra eyes appear, and then one in the middle, for a total of 5. Blinks and looks at you. As I said, fun fact, you've never uncorked him on another plane, and he adapts.
He likes it here.
Was that painful?
Not at all. I feel lighter.
He likes it here.
That is reassuring. Malphite, there is an altercation that you may be called forth to assist with.
Okay.
We wanted to bring something to mind. You had been trapped inside of the Iron Flask for a while. And although at first it was due to your fury that we needed to keep you contained, it seems that there's not much need at this point in time. Which would also mean that there is not much need for you to assist us once that hour passes.
Are you asking me something?
Morgana will nod. In the case that you are no longer bound by the magics of the flask, and we are still in need of your assistance, I would like to ask that you continue to provide it.
He's puzzling deep in thought. Give me an insight check, Morgana.
+1. Yes, normal roll, please. Yes.
He seems different, but you can't place your thumb on how. I could justify helping out. Still,
God will smile.
he still kind of puzzles, as if he hasn't quite come to terms with the decision he said.
If you need reassurance that I would not betray your trust, if we get through this, I will give you the totems. They're spirits.
He will drop to a knee and extend his hand out, palm up.
She'll grab his hand.
And do you resist what he's going to attempt to pull out of you?
She will look to him. I may need them for this fight, but afterwards, you will be welcome to take them.
His hand pauses for a second before releasing. Very well. Do you feel that there's something very wrong in the air? But
Sorry.
God damn it.
So it's like you're still staying like 5 feet away.
Woo. No, that was good timing. It was good. There's something warped. Where are we?
We're on Dilneater.
He pauses. And then looks up to you.
That's that place with the fucked up. Oh shit.
Do you feel that? The perversion, the imitation of our source of magic.
Interesting.
Does Morgana feel that?
Give me a charisma or wisdom check. You just try and...
Well, I can give you that answer. Which one is gonna be? 69!
Yo! You are not as in tune with the life crystal in you as Malira was, and do not feel whatever Malphite's describing.
Malphite.
We don't know. It may be work of the mistress of Gleeful Giles.
Would you like
And
me
yes, I said mistress on purpose. Fuck you.
Would you like me to show it to you? I can try and show you how to feel it. God damn it.
If you believe it will be helpful, then
I don't know if it will
we
be
are
helpful,
willing.
but you might enjoy discovering the new skill.
As you say, then.
And he will take your hands and share with you the feelings he's feeling. And the best way I can describe it is if you had, in one bowl, you have like name brand cereal, and in another, you have like twice removed knockoff. You can tell what it's supposed to be like, but it's not quite as good as the original. And you're tasting this knockoff nature power all through the air.
So like frosted cornflakes. Cornflakes.
Mm-hmm.
And then cereal brand cereal.
Kinda.
I personally am a big fan of the multi-meal version.
If somebody tried to knock off Aldi's brand of cereal, that's what you're tasting.
Oh,
Eating some honey O's.
Honey O's are prime compared to these. These are circular honey wheat circles. You say it twice.
Yikes.
And you feel it. This imitation nature magic through the air. You can feel that it's suppressed in the area you're in, but just outside that astray energy, you gather it's this knockoff. And you can, sort of in the same vein in which you use your commune with nature, you're feeling the area around you, but become a little more aware that where this stuff came from. Has somebody actually said the lore for how this got here?
Yes.
Do you remember what it was, Shane? Not Morgana, Shane.
I would like a reapplication of that lore, so I don't mess it up with anything else.
You remember what Katira said a few days ago. That essentially the Mystic of Gleeful Giles was a regular old druid on Dilmeter.
Hey, I can copy paste it.
I'll summarize. Tried a ritual to go to the domain of nature magic, similar to the Archangel of Order here and the Archangel of Grave that produced the curse on Cairn. Going to the nature version of that. She went in, got stuck, couldn't come back as quickly as she wanted, and then when she eventually came back, everything was dialed up to 11. And then her off-brand nature magic that she stole just by going to the domain is what caused the problems here. Hence why most of her iconography is nature and beast related. Hence her domain being a forest and humans turning into beasts from the energy.
Damn, farmer mages.
Vulcan looks cheap. Yeah, get them!
Farmersonly.com.
Only the rich should have access to power, right?
Farmersonly.com.
Druidsonly.log.
No!
There's a different tag you can put on your account if you're into the wild shaping.
No. Baldur's Gate moment.
We were all thinking it.
Unbelievable.
Hang on.
No. I'll kill you.
Karen.
I'll find you. No.
You are a bear.
Surprise cameo by Polar Bear.
If I
Karen leaning into the doorway. I don't only have that one use for honey, I assure you.
Karen, remember that one NPC you joked about romancing?
I'm leaving. Bye.
I'm leaving. Goodbye. You'll never see me again.
Astarion disapproves.
No, well now I've come back. Fuck that guy.
I would like
Not
to.
literally.
Anyway, let's get back into. So, after witnessing this knockoff magic, does that lead to any insights on how to fix it?
Technically, something along the line you could, with the powers you have in your stone, you could probably do something along the lines of a reincarnate on some sort of a stray. If you figured out the recipe that made this place as corrupt, you could probably reverse it and put in some of the reincarnation birth magic you have and probably make a whole new person.
Interesting. There's somebody that would probably be good to reincarnate, I think.
Are you going to give birth to your friend's wife?
Well, when you put it that way, yes.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, I will.
Dungeons and Dragons. Are you gonna give birth to your friend's wife?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Morgana's eyes will go wider as she looks to Malphite. I think something's possible. I need to speak to Katir. And then she will hug Malphite.
He'll hug you back.
And then she will turn to Zonkiri. Thank you for letting me speak with him.
Of course.
and she will hurry off to where Katira is.
You frolic over to Katira. Oh,
Real quick, how is Vofflin reacting to seeing Malphite?
He sees you take out like a flask, pop out this huge sized beetle thing that hits a regional variant in front of him. And it's not the weirdest shit he's found out today. So it's just kind of like, at a certain point, he's out of surprise to give.
Damn it, I'm going to have to try harder.
It's like, please, I can only see so much today. Or at least wait for the first 24 hours to end.
Copy image Discord. Paste.
Alright, Zunkiri will put Malphite back in the bottle.
God damn you, Pyro. Not the Kubo poster.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna make your fucking curse armor exactly that.
Okay.
Damn it, you
He
do like
said-
that.
I'll turn him into the Onion Knight from Dark Souls.
No! Oh, I thought you meant I thought you
Got
meant
it.
the from first season of The Witcher. Okay, hang on. Okay, yeah, that sounds fine. Testicular.
Right. Last call for any preparations.
I mean,
I
Bogana was gonna talk.
Katira.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
You know
Go
what?
ahead.
You know what? Fuck it. Morgana will stop mid-run. Morgana will stop mid-run and just freeze until tomorrow. You're just so fucking eager to chuck another subquest in a fucking barrier. She will just freeze. She's having a Windows 10 update, Connor. Just fucking move on to the next day.
Kill him. He's dead. He's on the floor, dying.
I want one of your roommates to come in and check on you and be like, bro, what the fuck is going on in here?
Sounds like you could use some chill the fuck out protocol right about now.
You probably forget about it anyway.
Actually,
It's
You mean
updating.
the one he's been working on for the past 8 years and
Yeah, you mean
come of
you
it?
mean Composer Protocol version 0.1 still being updated? I wonder who'll come back. Maybe this fucking update overnight will get it, huh? Maybe this fucking Windows update I'm about to get is gonna give me version 0.2, Connor.
Rebound!
Where is it?
Return to sender! Return to sender!
I can't even hit the chat bubble to send it in the fucking chat. It says syntax error. I can't even fucking post it.
Not the syntax error.
Now we can roll 20s taking away your racials.
Oh.
Put it in the Discord. Dang. It's been that for fucking 35 sessions, and when I finally try to hit that button, this is what I get. I get a syntax error. The button doesn't even work anymore. It's been so unused.
Shane, why does it say resotration?
Holy shit.
Oh, rest in pieces, buddy.
Hey, Connor.
Recitation.
Oh, man.
So, Katira, where are you?
I'm just checking on Lanmorel and Mivon.
Morgana will walk up behind you and very excitedly poke you on the shoulder repeatedly.
Yes? Oh,
Katira, I need
Yes.
to speak with you for a moment.
of course. I'll let you lead me wherever you're...
Just away from earshot of the other two.
Yeah.
There was something that Malphite helped me discover about the Astray energy.
Okay.
With how it is in his words, perversion knockoff of the energy that both I and he represent. If we are able to discover the formula that the mystic used to create the Astray, I may be able to use my core's rebirth magic on an Astray to reincarnate them.
Oh. But that wouldn't have any sort of detrimental effect on you, would it?
We do not believe so. But it is a possibility.
Well, I don't want you sacrificing yourself no matter what.
If we are able to find out about the true recipe of the Astray corruption, then with Malphite's assistance and Zunkiri, granted his connection to death in a general sense, I don't believe it will be that dangerous.
I hope not.
And if it does succeed, then your lover can come back. Although a little different. Reincarnation typically changes. The physical form, at least.
That is to be expected. I just promise me you won't sacrifice yourself.
I won't.
That's good.
I had just scolded Karen for trying to do the same thing. It would be hypocritical.
Well, I'm glad that you are keeping that in mind.
Besides,
none of us.
And Dario would be furious.
I don't think I would live very long if you sacrificed yourself.
I think it would be more of I would live again to be unalived again.
That's also probably very accurate.
Morgana looks you in the eyes for a moment. I am somewhat glad Andario is not here to listen to this.
I think that she would be upset for a few seconds and then probably have to admit that we're right. Oh, I never said that I wouldn't die after Morgana got revived and then killed again. I would be killed before Morgana got revived.
So, Katira and Morgana, I want to refresh you all on the nature, no pun intended, of Morgana's life magic. The way Morgana came about is they tried to use it to resurrect somebody, and it made a new person. Katira, you have experience that when you came into the Order, you were like a different person before.
Yeah.
And you gather that if you went down this road, the person you bring back would be a new person.
Yeah.
They would likely still remember being your wife, but they would be what Katira is to who you were before.
Yeah. You don't remember their names, do you?
I don't want to spoil.
I've said them out loud.
You said both? I was so worried about saying.
I know I've said Rayenna, and I'm fairly certain I've said Katira's old name once.
See, that's the other thing I didn't know about is your old name, if you'd said that.
I don't remember.
Because I couldn't think of what context you would have said it in.
Error box.
I remember the joke about it, because that's how I always remember your old and new names.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that was her old name, we would be not having trouble right now.
What a twist.
But now would be a good time as you're thinking back about being an old person, if you wanted to talk to Morgana about that.
I would definitely let her know a little bit about that probably would be something that it's, I don't know how much of her would be her, who she was, but that also may be for the best since I'm not who she knew at all anymore. I don't know how much of Rayanna is still in there. There must be something if she's held on for 500 years, but I don't know how much. I don't know if it would be enough to revive on her own or if it would just be memories in a new body with no emotions tied to them like I had.
That may be a result. I suppose it just depends on if you would be willing to try.
Right.
Regardless.
Thank you for letting me know. Ultimately, I hope I get the chance to ask her what she wants.
Morgana
Because
will nod.
what I want isn't important.
Well, if we're able to reverse this astray corruption, giving that chance is better than none at all. And besides, we didn't know anything when we were brought forth before all of you. And I can definitely say that I've appreciated the chance.
That's why I want to be able to ask her what she wants. I want to give her a choice. If she's been fighting for 500 years, she may just want rest.
I was I was gonna have you roll to piece something together, which you've pieced together most of the thought, so I'm just gonna give it to you, Liv.
Yay.
And Morgana's stone gives life and would give her a new chance at it.
Yep.
But Morgana has a sibling whose stone is of natural death that would, if you
Give her a
applied
new
the same,
chance at it.
would, if you applied the same logic, it would likely give her that peace, wipe away the astray corruption, and send her on to the afterlife.
Yeah.
But you gather that due to the nature of that, there wouldn't be a way to revive her or resurrect her after that.
Nope.
Other than wish. Golden wish hacks. I sure love bending reality to my whims.
And to clarify,
I mean, that is the point of Wish.
to clarify, that would not be the Nightwalker splinter her soul into 1,000 pieces. It is a precision use of the power to just send her on her way, not just fucking sledgehammer the soul. I'm like, well, it's not astray anymore.
No, it would essentially be laying her to rest.
Yep. But you were talking about if she's tired, giving her the choice, and you hit everything on the head that I was going to like prompt a check for. So I just wanted to go ahead and just give you the whole thing.
Yay! Yep. I certainly have a lot to think over. If we survive, which we will, hopefully.
We have dealt with many more than this. And we still have the Mystic.
Yes. Her I'm worried about. I don't know what would happen if she were to be here.
Sure, it would be a lot more difficult for starters.
Well, yeah. That feels like a safe bet.
As they're standing there awkwardly.
Yep.
Morgana will realize that she needs to go back on radar duty.
Be safe.
Your
Of course.
Limeril and Mivan will approach you. Katira.
Yeah.
What was the discussion about with your robotic friend?
A unique ability of hers that might be able to benefit me. Possibly.
How so?
I joined the Order originally because my wife was killed and turned into an Astray.
That is tragic news. Though I believe you. Would you... You wouldn't have been able to tell them this before, would you?
No, I wouldn't have remembered.
That is very tragic news. But it's not far out of line with other stories of members in our unit.
No. What's different about mine is that I've spoken with the Mystic more times than I like. But she has implied that my wife is still somewhat herself. That she's held on. Whether or not I believe it is irrelevant. It's all part of the Mystic's game, whether it's true or not. There's no part of this that she isn't using to manipulate me, so it could be true and still a manipulation tactic. I don't know.
So, your wife is an Astray that roams this planet?
I don't know where she is.
Do you know?
When the Mystic spoke to her, it seemed like she was a favorite toy. So it's entirely possible the Mistress keeps her near. Which would make sense if she's not entirely able to bring her under control. But again, I can't be certain.
Do you think the Mystic would put her into the siege, coming towards the city, to antagonize you?
I don't know.
Do you think you would be able to recognize her?
I know what she looked like when she turned. I saw her. I think I would, if she's the only one that looks like that. But I don't know. The Mystic has all of this as some sort of sick, twisted game. That's everything to her is a game. But if I die, then the game ends. If I walk away, then the game ends. She doesn't want the game to end.
Hmm.
I think she knows that if she forces me into killing Rihanna, the game ends.
Plausible.
So I don't know if this is her end, if this is what she's intended to be the end of the game all along, is destroying everything that's been important to me for over 500 years in one fell swoop. Then it's entirely possible for Rihanna to be in the invading force. Destroy the city, destroy my wife, all at once. And then she moves on to her next game. I can't say for sure.
Hmm. Do you have plans to try and cheat her game? Has she defined her rules?
No. I think part of the fun for her is constantly changing the rules and making sure they're just cryptic enough that they can't be figured out.
Hmm.
She wants me to look for her. She wants me to look for Rihanna. She wants me to meddle. If I leave things the way that they were when I left the Order, without any sort of reason to go after her, any sort of reason to pursue, then the game ends, and I don't think that's what she wants. I've offered to give myself up to her in exchange for the safety of my friends, and she's outright refused. She says it's no fun. That's not the game. I don't know if this is a game I can cheat. Not against her.
Hmm. It does sound very much like interacting with a young child. A game to which the rules only reside in their head and change so that it is in their favor. Perhaps there is a way thinking of her like that could illuminate a path to beat her.
Possibly. I know a little bit of her history, the legend around her, but I feel pity for who she was.
Elaborate.
She was a druid on this planet before it became what it is. She somehow irradiated herself with primordial nature magic and didn't know how to control it. She was too powerful and was supposed to continue to train and grow stronger so that she could control herself. But before she was able to do that, her home was attacked. She tried to repel the attackers using the void element, but she underestimated her abilities and washed the entire planet, steeped it in this energy. And now it's like this.
You've been speaking to Lan Mirel for most of this conversation, but Mivan will speak up. There is somewhat of a debate on why the mystic doesn't reside here and why she resides in the Hells.
I have wondered.
The top theory is that she was either tricked into binding herself there, or that the existence of Faris itself means she does not have a complete domain here, and that if it were to be wiped out, she would be able to roam the mortal planes at will. Something otherwise not available to the other archdevils.
Very possible.
Is the plan just to survive this, Kutira?
We need to survive. We need the city to survive. If we can take her out in doing so, that's ideal. But I don't want any unnecessary risk taken. The city has to survive. The beacon has to survive.
Give me an insight check.
Yeah, especially with this information the beacon has.
I was going to say at advantage because you know them well, but I was also considering disadvantage because how much time has changed, how much you've changed since you knew them. So I'm going to have it be a straight roll.
8. Nah.
There's nothing to read on their faces.
Yeah, I'm about to say, they're also very stoic and unmoved. You've been here more recently. Have there been more incursions towards the city, more threats towards the city itself?
We have not been aware of any statistically significant increase in assaults on the city. Though, with the recent revelation of a traitor in our midst, there may be new details coming out shortly after all the people have returned to Ferris.
Yes. I wonder if the mystic took them with her, or put them aside with everyone else. And I have to wonder if she means to launch her attack exactly when everyone returns.
I find it unlikely. Perhaps
But there are civilians that live and exist here. They'd be at risk, and our attentions would be divided.
it is odd that the traitor is nowhere to be found. It seems difficult to imagine the mystic taking the traitor with them rather than leaving them to help sow unrest and unravel.
But with everyone gone, there's no unrest to be sown. They're all a second out of step, or
Exactly.
something like it.
Their traitor would have been unimpeded, virtually, from extinguishing all the order flames and allowing the strays to simply walk in.
Hmm. It's all a game. And if you don't play by the rules, even if you're on the same team, you get punished.
Perhaps then the rule is that no matter what happens, it must be entertaining, and an easy win is not entertaining. That would explain why she wouldn't accept you for, and prevents the traitor from upending our defenses.
I'm just making it too easy. She wants chaos. She wants evil.
Perhaps the best tactic to undo her is to undo her through an entertaining format.
What do you suggest?
Hmm. I would need more details on the game, parts of the game she's had you play so far. It seems
What
very.
do I know that has been a part of the game?
Essentially, so far, the Mystic has just been edging you closer and closer to where you are now. You're not. I don't think you know exactly where she's trying to guide you towards, but
Yeah.
she doesn't like you deviating from the path she has in mind, and she seems to be corralling you towards somewhere, which could be this final assault, as far as you know, but
Yeah. So far, it feels like we're, at the very least, by being here, on her path.
and from what you've pieced together, you gather the downstream parts of this plan might involve trying to lure you into her lair itself.
That wouldn't surprise me.
As you identified that it would make sense for Rayanna to be kept at her side, and the other things you've said throughout these conversations.
Yeah.
But you are struck by the idea that you might be able to trick the Mystic. She is inflicted with madness. You do feel that if you brainstorm, you might be able to find a way to make it entertaining for her to lose.
I'm going to bring this up to Zonkiri and see what he thinks about this. Thank you for your insight.
Of course. Mivan and Elaine Morel and I will be searching around for any other armaments or tools. We shall convene with you in the inner courtyard when the siege is approaching.
Thank you, friends.
Of course. Be at peace. Be at peace.
You as well.
The salute they do, if you've ever seen somebody do like the bird shadow puppet where they kind of lock their thumbs and have their fingers out like wings.
Yep.
They do a salute sort of like that, where they do that with their hands and place it over their chests and kind of bow their head a second.
I will repeat it back, since of course I know it.
Mm-hmm. And they will go out
And then
to
I will
search.
go to Zonkiri.
You approach the resident lich.
Yep. Zonkiri.
Oh. Hello. Just
My
setting up the field of battle, and you look around to this like main courtyard, where Zonkiri's just been like moving stuff with his telekinesis to build like a almost defensible position. You can see glyphs just scattered about the area.
Right. Before you get too much farther on that, something to think about and consider. My comrades made a point that with what I've told them about the Mystic, what we know about her, with it all being a game, and she wants to be entertained, she's like a child. Perhaps there's a way in her madness that we could make it entertaining for her. Possibly sow the seeds of her own undoing.
Such as...
Personally, I was hoping you would have some sort of idea.
Yeah.
They're not much into entertainment, and I've been out of the field of entertainment for 5 centuries.
Yeah, no. My extent with playing games with children just involves 4 of them, and I don't know if that would work here.
Dare I ask?
Please do.
No, Kakira said that out loud.
I mean, We played Hide the Skull.
She might like that.
That was my first thought. I was like, no, dude, kill her.
Shut up.
We played Run Away from the Lich.
She also might like that. Although for her, it would probably be more of Chase the Lich.
Let's see. What other games did I play with those kids? I don't suppose she would be interested in coloring.
That one I'm not sure of. Although I feel the need to ask about the specifics of coloring because I feel fairly confident that this is not the same kind of coloring that the rest of us would have done as children.
Oh, no. The mother gave me the crayons.
Mother gave the crayons. And what were you coloring?
I mean, I was scribing spell scrolls. I was just trying to keep them from coloring all over the back of them.
Those scrolls in crayon sounds adorable.
They were just coloring on regular paper? Random, regular pictures?
Yeah. I mean, regular pictures. It was mostly of my tower and the surrounding area.
There's the other
Parents.
two. There it is. There it is. That would make sense.
The kid's
yes.
drawing a medieval torture device. Yeah, you know, just normal kid things. We'll color it in. Make sure you get the shading
I
right.
was waiting for him to be like,
This
well,
is a
yeah,
whole
they were
lot.
drawing pictures of dismembered body parts.
I mean, they were.
There it is. That's what I was expecting you to. That was what I was waiting for.
So
Uh,
I was losing my mind at the idea of you all beating an archdevil by giving her a big Crayola book.
You know, I wouldn't put it past this particular archdevil. Like, if we just gave her like a really big, one of those really big, sophisticated connected dot books.
And then one of the 64 pack of crayons with a sharpener. Do that, and then sneak out the back with Rayanna. Like, I was seeing full Looney Tunes.
Zonkiri just hands her a large piece of parchment with connected dots, and she starts connecting them, and it's just like it's the outline for a spell scroll of Create Volcano right under her.
I was about to say, I'm like, she could be creating a whole ass like banishment sigil right underneath her.
Other than that,
targeting that Celestia, she does. I've got it.
oh, we also played Guess the Bone.
Where you hold up an actual bone and have them guess what it is, or you hold up a bone and you guess what creature it's from.
Well, we started with just humanoid corpses because they were like, well, let's see, how old was? I think Mary was 4 when we started. Dragon's sister would have been 2. So we just started with humanoid corpses. Once they got older, I incorporated guessing which creature it was from as well.
When they were old enough to identify a wider variety of creatures, absurd.
Yes. Occasionally I slipped one of my own bones in there to see if they'd recognize it.
Fascinating. I almost feel like some of these might work.
I mean, if you're willing to offer up a rib.
I mean, I feel like I'm still in need of all of my bones. I can't say for certain because I've never gone any time without any of them. So it hasn't been scientifically tested. But I feel as though I would not fare well without the majority of my bones.
Yeah, you've got like 212 of them. A few of them going missing wouldn't matter much.
I mean, it really depends which one, doesn't it?
But yeah, I don't think any of the games I used to play with my Lich children are going to be working with this thing.
Lich children.
Wouldn't have been my godchildren.
games that Faye might like. I don't know. She's very Faye in nature.
The only games I ever played with the Fae were How Long Can You Hold the Cold Iron?
How long can you hold the cold iron?
Hold on, bad to Faye. Like silver to me.
No. Katira says that very quietly. Liv knows what that means. And Katira's puzzling over that, going like, okay, how long can you withstand something that hurts?
By the way, Karen,
Did they enjoy this?
Chickadee.
No.
I see.
No.
Nope, no, more.
They like
What?
riddles, don't they? Riddles?
Yes.
Maybe we have some sort of riddle game with her. If this is all, of course, if she shows up. If she doesn't show up, I mean, she's going to be watching one way or another. How do we make it entertaining? I mean, the riddles are a really good thing, and I'll try to think of some really difficult riddles for if she
Here.
actually shows up. But
I'm going to be honest here. I think you're going about this the wrong way.
okay.
Entertaining her is what she wants you to do.
Yes. She doesn't expect us to play along.
Exactly.
She's been forcing us down this path so far. If we stop resisting the push,
Then she gets what she wants, and we're her playthings.
it's also a good point.
Do this with brutal, cold efficiency. If we don't play her game, perhaps she'll get bored and go somewhere else.
I can only hope, but our time is the blink of an eye to her.
He just gives you this look like you're telling it to the wrong person.
My time is the blink of an eye to her.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been alive again, Katira?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how long have you been alive?
Good, Karen.
500
Hey, Orc.
in essentially stasis, more or less.
Hey, Orc.
Oh! Fuck you, fuck the kobolds, fuck apples.
500 years of not doing anything for myself and in service to the military. Yes, let's call that having my own life for 500 years.
Hey, Karen, do you want to make a comment? Being
No.
26 and on your deathbed?
All I would like to say is I already got the explanation of the aerial disintegration platforms. So no matter how much time you've quote unquote lived or not lived, it means nothing.
Exactly. You might be able to outlast her, but the rest of us won't. Karen certainly won't.
Fuck off.
I'm sorry, I had to say it. That
Karen across the city.
Oh, I feel like I'm being insulted.
I mean, Katira, take it from me. Speaking from something that has been in a similar position to the thing tormenting and harassing you at the moment, being entertaining is not going to stop the tormenting and harassing. It's kind of what I want. It wants. Sorry, Freudian slip there.
I really don't. I'm not concerned with your Freudian slips right now. I've gotten used to it at this point.
What I'm saying is that in no point of my existence did I ever let something that was interesting or funny or entertaining or amusing or dramatic or anything like that, did I stop bothering it because it played its part and was the fun I wanted to have.
All right.
Generally speaking, the only time I left things alone was when they were dead or boring.
What did you do when you got your way?
tormented them until they died. Or I got bored and moved on.
Or you got bored and moved on. What made you get bored? Just no longer reacting?
More or less. That comes... You'd be surprised how adaptable creatures can be to unusual circumstances. I mean, look at our good friend,
Karen?
Melvin?
Vorflin over there.
Oh, yes.
He's already started adapting to the weirdness around me.
Only around you specifically.
I mean,
Yes.
really all he's known for the last couple of weeks. But, yeah, you'd be surprised how adaptable creatures can get to unusual circumstances once they grow unresponsive, once the light dies out in their eyes, once the unusual becomes the mundane. Either move on to something that will react, or step it up a notch.
So you suggest cold, ruthless efficiency.
Yes.
I will yield to your expertise in this because it is clear that you have the expertise in this.
Let's play the Seinfeld theme right about now.
I don't know if I've ever heard the Seinfeld theme song.
Bum bum ba da da ba da.
That's Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Is it? Oh
Yes.
well.
Yep.
Tear out your hair.
So,
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your insight. It is certainly more than what I would have thought of.
You're welcome. And hey, if I'm wrong, scream. That usually appeases them too.
All right. Good to know.
Sunkiri just gives her double finger guns and goes back to scribbling.
He said, "Ayy."
so Karen,
What?
you had a legend lore you wanted to do that you forgot to do.
Oh, did I forget? Or
I mean,
somebody
we can
sassy
skip over it. It
to
just gives
the
you.
gym. Ugh. Let's see.
Give me one more.
Yesterday-
We got the near close. Give me the far one. Complete this comedy in threes. One more grunt.
Could I have done this yesterday?
Yeah.
All right. Yesterday, I would have cast Legend Lore, and from Gentle Prodding from the DM, I believe it was the big snake.
That is what Votflin teased you about not doing. As you recall in the Adventurers Guild, he said, "Have you all not
Enough
even bothered to legend
sass."
lore?" He gave you sass. He said, "Have you all not even bothered to legend lore the big fuck off monster?"
Let's ask the phone.
And then Karen felt spited, prepared it the next day, and forgot. So, targeting the big snake you saw in the sky. Post legend lore for me. On a refresher if there's specifics I need to say. Not legendary enough, Morgana.
Fucker.
They'd be more mythical because they're not there.
Wait,
Ayo.
hold on. I got a question.
Mhm.
No.
It says incense worth 125 gold, which the spell consumes.
250, but yeah.
Yeah, 250. If somebody legend lords like if Karen goes to legend lord Zunkiri, can you just walk over and hand it to Zunkiri? just get him to tell him a story.
Well, you see, it all started. A chair apparates. It was rocking.
You know, Karen isn't really interested in reading creepypastas, so no, he's not going to listen to Gary.
That's a good one.
That's the last of my fucking instance.
So you focus on the big snake you saw in the sky. You go into your blood mist and you open your eyes and you see a few different bubbles of lore. So at the moment you see 3. There's it going from left to right. They go. There is a black bubble. The middle one is a green one, and the far right one is silver. They all are oily and opaque.
Mm-hmm.
Which one would you like to peer into first?
You know what? It's Karen. That makes sense, Magana. Oh look! I already have one friend. Karen puts on comically large glasses and starts pushing buttons. Left one.
God, legend lore is the idea of Karen Facebook snooping. Let me see what they're up to. Click, 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 click. Starting with the left, black, oily, vitriolic.
Orc milfs in my area, of course.
Oh, let me click that. Oh, what? My spell's got a virus. Popping the left one. There is a resounding wave that blasts past you, and the fog that was around you is gone, and you're just kind of floating in this inky void. And you see this little white light in the distance. As you stare at it for a second, it suddenly expands at infinite speeds. Boom! And you see these extremely hot gases flying out past you.
Did I turn on Animal Planet?
At incredible speeds, you see the formations of planets,
Where's
asteroids,
that guy with a good voice?
moons, suns. Until you see it all slowly settles. And you see a figure walking your way.
The science book.
You see a tall and wide figure in a flowing green gown with purple adornments draped across it, with the symbol of a lotus at her sternum. This appears to be a very large halfling.
Oh, Mortis.
The big halfling.
The 3/4
Damn. You see this figure reaches into nothing and produces 4 little flecks of energy in colors associated with the elements. She picks up the water one, flicks it, and this great beast of water, this turtle-like creature, begins swimming through the deep of space. She grabs the earth one, flicks it out. This armadillo creature coils around itself and forms this planet. The air one, she flicks out and you see this like dragonfly zipping around through the nebulas. And then you see she grabs the fire one. And as she flicks it out, you see this large snake-like creature that breathes fire.
I remember this. I remember 3 guardian creatures. Kill them all.
You then see the flame one go over to a planet and burn it in fire and consume the ashes. And go over to a moon and a star until eventually Mortis turns with the other 3 creations, and through some abjuring light it is cast down and you with it. You find yourself in a similar void as before, and this snake creature coils up and begins to petrify. And in the center you see a clutch of eggs that it lays before petrifying. And the red mist curls in behind you, and you see the 2 other bubbles.
I like to think I did this in like a room in one of the houses, and I'm just hotboxing.
Kinda.
Alright. Karen will cough. I'm taking a rip of that. And we'll poke the middle one.
So you go to poke the green one.
Yes.
Similar blast away of the red mist. You're standing a little bit above the petrified stone snake. You see there's a few spots that are unpetrified that have these scales that flames leak out of, but you still see the clutch of eggs in the middle. You hear a flapping of bird wings. Let me turn the watch together down a little bit. You see descending down a female figure with wings attached to her legs and a large horns, and you recognize it to be the mystic of the Beguiles.
We don't like her.
No. You see you look around in this void space from before, and you now see rings of earth, quote-unquote earth, ascending up from this snake creature. And the mystic seems to be sneaking down, slowly drifting as if like an owl towards this clutch of eggs, before grabbing one, picking it up, and booking it out of there, hoping to be unnoticed. As you look around this space more, you see, you feel this anti-god energy around. Not too dissimilar to the abyss you visited, but more structured, and you gather this is likely the Hells.
I don't like that one bit.
And you return to your fog space with the last bubble.
Alright. I cough a little bit, take another rip, and then hit the last one.
As you pop it, you see the mystic in her domain, focusing her power, and appearing and possessing a random astray on Dilneater. Extending out this creature's claw, a portal opens and the egg that she stole appears. You see it hatches a small Leviathan-like creature that is a spitting image of the one you saw in the Hells.
Yay.
And as she picks it up, she proceeds to breathe a deluge of astray energy into it, corrupting it and growing it. You see it slithering through the wilds, consuming, until your party begins to come. You see, fast forwarding, you can see Katira on the very edge of your vision with this thing fairly large. And then sometime later, the mystic, after Katira turns back, pops down and feeds it again, directing more and more astray to just walk into its many gaping mouths along its body. And it, in turn, expanded and grew as we hear loud clicks. Until it is larger than buildings, and
That's a big snake.
you see it flies much like an eastern dragon, just kind of coiling around itself, no wings or anything, just
What's an
whipping
Eastern
through the air.
dragon?
Shut up. Just whipping through the air, and in its wake, usually bringing some sort of storm.
Eastern dragon.
Give me a religion check.
Why, yes, I should be good at religion. I too
Should
do
be.
this a lot. But unfortunately, my intelligence isn't very great, so let's see. Hey! 9.
Nice. You gather that the snake is some sort of descendant of whatever that thing at the bottom of the Hells is. Sure.
Oh, that guy that we talked about.
But you're unsure much more than that, or how to use the information with a 9. And your legend lore ends as you have this, like, image of something slithering through the red mist towards you. And you suddenly ground yourself and end the spell.
Well, I'm glad I spent that spell slot.
Liv know whose that is.
If there's anything usable in that, I guess I'll tell the rest of the party.
The rest of the party can make a religion check.
Yeah, I was about to ask, can any of us
If
make
there is
religion?
anything remotely usable in that, hopefully they can get it.
There is useful information, just not for a 9.
No, I didn't know we're freaking your religion check. Yeah, fuck you.
I'm gonna go ahead and give myself advantage on int because I, as Liv, know what it is.
Okay.
Also, I'm gonna roll it, and if it's over Karen's, he has to never hit it again.
Damn.
There we go.
Hey, 6 and a 9.
Nice.
Nice.
And Daryl and Katira and Zankiri,
It's
you would recognize the
I
figures
say
describing. You can say it
It's Famithrax.
in the title. is-
Gesundheit.
I read your lore, Connor.
Thank you. Do you remember
You're
the
welcome.
the superlative or the title Famithrax has?
the soon-to-be
If you
dead
get close,
thing.
I'll give you
remember.
inspiration. Even vaguely close.
The soon-to-be dead thing.
It was something about a. I want to say it was something about a serpent.
The key word I was looking for was hunger.
Yeah, I didn't remember that.
Guys, he's famished. Get it?
You wonder what it kind of did when you made it. Haha.
Woo.
At the moment.
Who put the int check card down?
Me.
And you have to delete them when you put them down.
I thought Connor had to delete them in acknowledgement.
No.
I don't think he's ever deleted them faster than I have.
Oh. Someone has always deleted mine that's not
I
been
have.
me.
That would be me or Shane.
Yeah, I just always assumed that was Connor being like, yes, accepted.
I didn't even know
Sometimes
you put
try.
it down. That's why when I looked at the screen, I was like, it's still there.
But
What is
you all would
this?
gather with this information that this is the direct
Never-
descendant of a sleeping deity, who you know sleeps at the very bottom of the nine hells.
All right, so we're
And
so gentlemen, we're fighting a demigod.
And you gather that an archdevil would not be very happy to find out that one of their other archdevils stole from them, and might be willing to offer you aid if you just get in contact with them.
I cast send to get
Yeah, let me call up Sleepy Boy 3000 at the bottom of hell real fast. I got him on speed dial. A little bit of connection issues, but no problem.
I-
Just let me stand on top of the building and get a better signal.
I don't have commune prepared, but I do have planar ally.
You're gonna planar ally, the snake of doom, sleeping under hell.
Certainly not.
Post it. Could you actually summon one of its subordinates?
He
Yeah,
could.
that is quite literally the point of fucking planar ally.
Yeah.
The
Basically,
being must be known to you, a god, primordial, demon prince, or some being of cosmic power.
yeah.
We certainly know its name.
It doesn't call them. They can send a loyal servant to help you in exchange for stuffs.
Hey, is this your boy? Come get your boy.
Did you want to spend planar ally?
No,
Okay.
No!
because I have to pay them with something. And if it's Famithrax's shit, they're gonna eat everyone.
Hungry.
No.
We might be able to pay it with that thing's dead body, but I think
Dude, yeah.
we want its dead body.
After the creature completes the task, or when the agreed upon duration of service expires, the creature returns to its home plane after reporting to you. So, you make a deal with the thing, and like, you can give it a time limit to where it just has to go back.
Maybe we can get it to eat the astray.
You would know that the Mystic of Gleeful Giles is one of the weakest archdevils, and this
So your
thing
dad
without
this bitch stole
power.
from him.
Yep, well, kind of. That's essentially what you're doing.
I'll pose this to the rest of the party.
Ask
I
for
have I am disproportionately out of my depth here.
Ask for a discount. We're helping it out.
If it's hungry, it could certainly feed on the astray that she sends. I wouldn't
Actually-
have a problem.
Out of character, the actual payment thing is just a rule of thumb. We could literally just offer it to eat whatever astray are around here.
Yeah.
It does say as a rule of thumb on there. Your task can be measured in gold.
I don't think I can reasonably give you information on that until you contact it and start negotiating the deal.
Fucking god.
We are about to negotiate with the hungry hippos of the underworld.
Karen, you cast a spell. You suddenly find yourself standing in a room with 5 chairs where billionaires begin to sit.
Just
Not
gonna
on our take!
go ahead and highlight this section.
Please
Where
do.
is it? House of Dragons.
Yeah, and
Alright. You know what? Sure. Fuck it. I'll talk to fucking hungry Satan.
so you draw the picture of the Ouroboros snake.
Karen just looks tired.
You draw
Like,
the
this
Ouroboros
is
snake.
my life's already so goddamn weird. This may
This
as well
might
happen.
happen today.
You draw this symbol of Amethyst, the snake eating itself.
Right before I hit the button, I shoot Zankiri. a look like this is somehow you. I don't know.
Where are you doing this, by the way?
I mean, to be fair, you're not going to make the place worse.
Oh, is that a fact? I have 2 campaigns that beg to differ, and
Saloon your moment.
Stop being mean about my home.
Saloon your moment.
I'm talking. No, I'm not. I'm not talking you. I'm talking about my campaigns. You go. God
Oh.
damn it. Fine.
Yes, because Dez was famously at fault for Saloon blowing up.
I said my campaigns. You narcissistic cock.
So, you cast a spell.
Yes.
You drip blood over the holy symbol that begins to light up.
I throw a drumstick.
It is the bone and all consumed as you throw it into this glowing circle that lifts up.
And this is still the day before. Before I hang comment on this.
The glowing red circle lifts up and turns to face you, almost like a window.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear echoing through it like a speaker. Why do you call for aid? You feel the heat pulled out of the air with every word.
I quickly explain how one of their young relatives was taken and is currently on their way, taken by the Mystic Gleeful Giles and is currently on their way to fuck shit.
Tell me exactly what you say.
Fuck you.
Your cousin in trouble.
The Mystic of Gleeful Giles is an adversary of ours, and we have learned that one of your distant ilk is involved, and we figured fight fire with fire. And you also might like to know that the Mystic stole directly from your master.
The circle vibrates there for a second and begins to, blood just drips down out of it, and as it touches the ground it sizzles like it's 100 degrees Celsius. Sure.
Karen's eyebrows just start sizzling.
I have been robbed.
Yes.
What boon do you seek?
Out of character, I asked for it.
Assistance in defeating the
Thief?
or not the thief, but the hordes of the thief's minion that it's stolen child,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
That its stolen child is being forced to lead.
We would like assistance in the destruction of the horde currently surrounding or being led by this unfortunate kin of yours.
Say that one more time.
We would like assistance in the destruction of the Horde being led by this misbegotten kid of yours.
Zankiri just kind of whispers over to Karen. Time limit.
What fucking time limit do I say?
48 hours.
48 hours.
That sentence doesn't make sense.
Do I look like a fuck?
It's gonna be like 48 hours. What?
I whisper back to Zankiri, what the fuck do I look like a warlock to you?
You better be if you keep fucking around.
Zankiri just sits down and starts writing out an actual contract.
The undersigned does agree that
Everything myself.
I read off the Zen, the Zen contract.
I give you 2 options. I
Ooh.
will send one of mine to aid you and carry the body of my perverted kin back to me. Or loose your hand and receive my boon. And by your hand, through my power, I will reclaim it.
He said what?
Produce your hand. Take his boon. He'll reclaim his child through you.
Oh,
You've asked the wrong guy.
Warlock.
You all can all hear this.
Around and find out.
My hands are shaking.
It won't make you a warlock.
My charisma is deliberately not enough to become a warlock.
Again,
in
it won't make you a warlock. Unless you choose to take a level in warlock.
That is a very shiny looking button you have there.
Be
Glowing red
ashamed
too.
if someone pressed it.
You see the center of that sigil now.
No, don't
Lights
worry,
up.
Pyro. On Friday, you play as Skritek, a mutinageous fucking massacre of a creature. Now on Karen, you can rupture your soul with everything known to man.
Yes! And I said,
Martyr gameplay.
it's just a SpongeBob. I don't need it. I don't need it.
I don't need it.
Let's add it all to the board. Fucking Werebear Soul, Curse of Ultimate Undeath, or Curse of the Grave Undeath, whatever. Now, Contract to the Eternal Hungering Sleeping Serpent of Hell. Let's just keep going, baby. Look,
You've been around for...
we beat the Mystic. You can fucking eat her soul, and bam, another one. Well, Zakir's gonna fight you for that one.
Jane, if you were around for Roy, you would have been a riot. It's just a SpongeBob thing, but slowly fading into the screen is just Roy and Des pushing me towards
I told you, Karen is a fucking Dune Stag.
Ah!
Karen came from Roy when he was
Maybe
reincarnated as an
the
orc.
Dune Stags are just Pyro.
I mean, I did mention what Roy's first reincarnated life was, right?
It was
Yes, an orc. And I've made that joke ever since.
It was meant to be, and I know it. You know what? Fuck it. I return to form. I stick my hand in the fucking sigil.
He said, if I'm one thing, I'm predictable.
The sigil cinches around your wrist, and you feel a brand burned into the back of your hand.
Oh, good. More tattoos. Yes.
And I will message you the boon, hopefully.
So much for Karen going back toward the light.
I mean, it's light. It just happens to be the light of an ever-burning fire.
The light of hell.
Yeah,
Not
go
just
on,
put
on,
out a
Pyro.
fucking light bulb in the middle of the night, and Pyro, the moth he fucking is,
Yeah!
right through it.
Let's fucking go! Explodes.
Every time I offer Pyro the option to, like, hey, you can sell part of your soul for power, His pupils dilate and monkey brain takes over.
He's not wrong.
Neuron activation.
I don't need my soul, motherfucker.
I've got a problem, and I gotta fill it with warlock powers, one way or the other. There's a hole in my heart, and only a devil can fill it.
Well,
Hey, wait, hold on. I got a question that might make Pyro /
What?
Karen consider this. This guy's all about hunger, right?
Yeah, me hungry.
He's not connected to vampires, is he?
No.
Things that hunger for
No,
blood.
that was the other guy, the undead. What was it called?
There's a different archdevil who makes the vampires.
The strongest
Yeah,
guy.
okay.
The other guy.
He invented the undead. What the fuck is the name?
Whisper King?
Whisper King. Yeah, that's the Whisper King. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm glad Zonkiri's pointed out this hunger feeling, as you've now accepted the pact.
Woo!
Your stomach rumbles.
What? Oh, let me answer my good friend Captain Asshole over here. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me is that I like shiny things, and Connor happens to have a thing of polish next to his button every fucking time. I want it, so I'm gonna get it. I have no impulse control. I bought Brilliant Diamond and fucking what was it? 3 houses from Emblem or whatever, 3 warriors, something like that.
That one's pretty good.
Plus a fucking Switch case just because I saw it in GameStop from the window. I have no control over my existence.
Oh, buddy.
It looked shiny. I wanted it. And here we are again.
3 campaigns in a row.
Hey, Connor, I know this is unrelated, but you said that everyone here got yeeted into time fuckery zone, and all the stuff they were doing just dropped and done. Anyone happen to be polishing a +1 or +2 weapon, maybe? Perhaps one that can fit in one hand?
Would you like my +1 quarterstaff?
I already took that from you, but I'll be damned if I'm forced to dual wield with a quarterstaff.
He said, I want help, but I'll be damned if I have to use a...
That's his version of a rapier for me.
He said,
It's
no,
not
no.
even, I don't have anything against
I don't
quarterstaffs
want
in general.
I would see a +3 rapier on the floor and go, yeah, no. And walk away from it.
It's not, like I said, it's not about the quarterstaff in general. It's the fact that I'm wielding one in a dual wield. Just hand me a fucking table chair at that point. So I look like the same level of idiot.
I hear the word in my eyes just explode.
So, Connor, is there a weapon around here? I would hope so, with all these motherfuckers living here in constant combat.
You all have already rolled for all the magic items you could find.
You son of a bitch.
You mean all of the monks that probably keep all of their weapons on them?
No wonder they're losing this war. They got shit for supplies. They're bad at this.
You mean all of the
Logistics
monks?
is a frequent problem right
One of
here.
whose primary weapons is their fists?
Who would have
Like,
guessed that the people trying to live on fucking mega space emotion cancer planet are ill prepared and ill thinking? Who would have thought?
No, can't say monks around here.
Like,
That's illegal.
we already went to Super Space Cancerville on the other planet, right? And no one there had any intelligence. I'm starting to see a trend.
Mega space emotion cancer planet.
So,
Today.
Why do y'all hate my home?
I've
Because
hit no
they're
live.
stupid for trying to live here.
I hated Donator far before Karen. Don't put that evil on me.
Look, I'm just saying, we're not super far into the future. That Atherosian Star Killer still exists. Let's get to it.
Do not make it kill my home. 2 campaigns in a row.
We see a shadow, and there's just a
So
giant
above
mech
board on that,
its way.
Shane, the Atherosians,
Yeah.
as part of a sort of like Geneva Convention concession, had to dismantle the planet-killing parts of that, and it is now basically just a
Thank
space
you.
station.
Boo.
After it
Boo.
killed.
2 campaigns
Boo,
in a
I
row.
say boo.
Plug me back into it. I'll fix that.
I'm sure Deska could rig something up there.
What's the boon he got anyway?
I'm about to message him his options.
I'm waiting.
It's
Oh,
options.
no, not
Brothers
more
playing
options.
a grocery list.
I'll take number 9s. 6 extra
Sir,
dip.
this is a Wendy's restaurant.
I'll have a number 4.
First off, I love how Katir's like, "Don't kill my home," pointing to like the fucking shack made of discarded sheet metal being held up by twigs found all over the ground. I go,
This
yeah.
is being awfully nice. This is corrugated tin.
This
And
is a
I live
hard out place where they put nuclear waste.
in.
The underpass of a highway. Get to the monks all here with
I
the
lived
cardboard
under
sign.
that highway for 500 years, motherfuckers. That's my I-10 now.
This
Wait,
is that
hold on.
very fun
Hold-
vault in
hold-
Utah.
Hold on. Question. When did she develop the emotional attachment to this place?
Yeah.
When she
Probably
had
when I
no
got my
emotions.
emotions back.
No, that's
Zing.
that's only Liv. That is not Katira.
Katira had no emotions while she was here.
I mean, I did get
Yeah.
brought here before fully becoming Katira, so there is a little bit of
While you were manically depressed? Or
Yeah.
not manically, While you
there's
were
a little bit of
severely
safety
depressed?
and salvation associated with this place. Yeah.
So I thought the conversation Morgana and Katira just had was basically that you changed from that person since you
Yeah.
since that
But guess
happened.
what some of the first memories I got back were?
Your wife.
And coming here.
Still Shitville.
I
But those-
also
those
don't want
emotions
my
weren't
fucking
pleasant.
Planet to be destroyed 2 campaigns in a row because you bitches are salty.
What's worth fighting for here? Tell me. Tell me.
Well, then live here. Maybe
The-
Melfite would like it. I think Melfite.
No fight is natural death given form.
Alright,
Like
let's-
anyway, that
let's-
things die.
Connor, can we go to campus quarters real quick?
Yes, sir. Did you want me to pause?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, he's about to sell more than his fucking soul.
Here.
All right, how much of your soul did you lose?
We return. Only 75%. The other part's is timeshare.
Boy,
Time shared with who?
Hey, it's a need-to-know basis.
Karen
Okay.
withdraws his right arm from the glyph.
Wait, hold on. Connor,
Mm-hmm.
did you start up?
Yeah, I'm recording
OBS?
again.
Okay. I know you paused and I know what happened last time.
Yes. We are still recording. Right? Yeah, okay. I watched the second counter go up. We're recording. My audio is working. We all...
we're not in spoilers.
Not on spoilers. I've got it up on the second screen now.
Good.
I realized that I could just put Discord in front of the actual fucking game when something's not going on, and OBS won't record it. So now I get to see funny memes and OBS. Ignore that. So, here, and you withdraw your hand, and you feel it forcing inside of you. And
There's
you-
a mark. It's on my right wrist.
And the mark is like the one to summon him. It is a snake eating its tail, just this Ouroboros symbol that twists into an infinity.
All right. All right, that's done.
Claps the dust
Right.
off his hand.
And I assume that once we kill this thing, I can do something to send it back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you touch this thing, it's
chomp.
Yeah. In fact, if you attempt to banish it, you can send it back to Papa.
Go get your spank.
If you reduce it to 0 HP and you touch the corpse, it will burn away and return to the hells. Any other spell you have that causes it to shift planes will send it to the 9 hells.
Got it.
Sending it back counts as payment for this boon.
Gotcha.
What if someone else were to send it back?
As long as it gets there in its entirety.
Looking and trying to find ways to fuck me over.
No, I was trying to make sure whether or not I should try to banish it or not.
If you banish it, it is technically still considered native to this plane. It's just the boon Karen has lets it.
I'm circumventing fuckery
Yeah.
from put on by the Mystic Glyph Gals. I think.
Yeah. Anything that would cause it to shift planes into a demiplane or etherealness, or anything you do to it will cause it to shift towards the 9 hells. But a normal banishment will still just send it away for a minute and bring it back here.
Because
From anybody
it was born here and that
From-
we use
yeah.
Spanish for Gal.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Cool. What other preparations do you all want to make?
I don't think I have anything.
Just my defenses and glyphs.
Okay. I'll trust that you just have those written down.
I do.
Okay.
Well, I have the glyphs written down. I don't actually know what the area we're gonna fight in looks like, so
Yeah.
just assume I put like a
Metric fuck ton?
not a metric fuck ton, just like places for us to hide from like flying threats and
Gotcha.
like walls to move around and stuff.
Would you send me a list of the glyphs when you get a chance?
Yeah, sure. I got them right here.
Also, given the time, we aren't going to get to the actual siege tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, work in the morning, and it is...
It says what?
Morgana can fly on her own. She's got the wings.
Was there anything you wanted to do, Silver?
I mean, there's nothing except for the alchemy.
Okay. How much longer do you have to do on that?
I have no idea.
thought
I passed on the.
Thought
I know you gave me a what? I know you told me about how long it takes, but I don't know how long I've been doing it.
Same if you're
compared to
searching
that.
through my notes. How long did I say it would take you? Was it a week?
I cannot. I have to go look at your vid to figure that one out.
The one I have yet to upload. Okay, we'll come back to that then, and I might just message you in the game chat this week and be like, hey, it would have been possible for you to finish this. Do you want to roll for it? So, sorry, I've been a bit preoccupied this past week or two.
Get melted.
Yeah. Okay, it's okay. I always get the short end.
Oh,
Ah! Hey, Connor.
That's not true. Shane's sitting right there.
Ah!
I don't get an end.
So the DM is
Y'all-
working on the
Y'all
floor.
make me sound like a neglectful father. Just like,
Well,
what? Shut the.
No, you're the father that went for SIGs like 8 years ago and still hasn't come back. But was supposed to be gone for like 5 minutes.
Well, he's here.
Oh,
I mean, how many of my characters were last minutes before the first campaign start?
what you mean, dog?
I don't know either.
All my characters except Uranus was
Oh, you mean
last
Arthur?
minute 1 hour
You mean
before
Arthur?
the game.
We fucker.
Yeah.
You weren't available other times, I thought. Like, I put it out.
No,
Like,
I've been waiting for you to call me in.
I swear, these past 2 campaigns, I said, message me when you're available and we'll meet and talk. And then I get to go to the game. I was like, oh, he didn't talk to
No,
me
you
yet.
said you'll message me to go talk.
Well, while we're lynching Connor, I'll be right back.
Anybody want to hit me like a pinata? I mean, might as well. I don't know what'll fall out. Probably sadness.
I would, but you took away my features. I can't attack anymore.
You could always use the quarterstaff.
No, he didn't get the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
apologize.
It's
Hey, at least I didn't rewrite your character's backstory this campaign.
Yep.
As you can see,
Hold
the
on,
finger
this
cuts under.
campaign. Hold on. This campaign.
Yeah, he did that to Tristan's character.
The TLDR is he's playing a Warforged, and I interpreted that he was going to be the like one of a kind robot, and I was leaning to that, and he was looking more to be like one in a series.
Yeah.
So, what I was
I think we call those prototypes.
Yeah. It's okay. The character died anyway.
Okay. I guess that's one way to
That's
get
by
past it.
suicide.
I can only joke so hard before I cry, please.
Well, on the note of the quarterstaff, in the time it takes before we get to the siege, would Zunkiri be able to do a speedy courier thing? Because
No.
can't you put things into? Oh, rip.
Different
I
plane.
was gonna ask to send it back to our camp so that someone could put that Dragon Slayer longsword in it.
We have the Dragon Slayer longsword.
Yeah, one of his Skelly boys walks around with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want it back?
In typical comedic fashion, as the skeleton's just patrolling around, Morgana's just gonna like hold her hand out, put it on its chest, take this longsword, put the quarterstaff in its head, and just walk away.
You better get that back for me.
As the skeleton just looks there with its jaw hanging down, she'll turn around, put her finger over her mouth, and walk away.
I love the fact that
Kira.
Zakira's skeletons are better equipped than some militia.
Yeah.
They are the militia.
Oh, hold on. To be fair, we did equip them with the stuff we stole from the slaver militia, so...
I do also love that Katira's like, this is a very cherished artifact from my history here on this planet. It has guided me well, but I trust you, Morgana. May it serve you well. And Morgana's like, oh, Skelly boy,
What do
catch.
you mean? She just handed it to me.
Stupid quarterstaff. Give it to the skeleton.
You know what's funny, Zankiri? I'm still waiting for you to make some type of undead that I can give plate armor to. Because I still have it.
Oh.
The moment you're getting it.
Oh my goodness, moment.
I think... Yeah, I think the earliest I can do that is 15.
Well,
Scary.
4 levels to go.
And making white.
Yeah.
Scary. A white and plate armor?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not scared at all.
You gave it to us a super long time ago,
No,
and I've been holding on to it since.
I could technically give it to a ghast. It'd be the same level. That'd be the same level to make a ghast as a white, but
This is a
White one.
horrifying...
I should see about getting that plate armor enchanted.
Apparently, since it's not adamantine, it'll be pretty easy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Get fucked. Does anybody else
Get
have any...
standardized. How about?
Does anybody else want to lay it on? Anybody else? Liv, you've
I
been
mean,
quiet.
I think the 2 people that have the most ammunition have already started beating your corpse with baseball bats. You know, Shane and Tristan.
Yeah, I was aware. I was aware who the 2 were.
I just wanted to point it out to you that they
Thank
have
you,
the most
thank you.
complaints.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
I would honestly
you.
give Tristan
Thank
a
you.
Louisianaville
Thank you.
slugger,
Thank
and
you.
then Shane an aluminum bat.
Thank you.
Because
Thank
Tristan
you.
has a little bit more
Thank you
because
so
he
much.
is very often forgotten by you. Although this is two sessions in a row, or 2 of 3 sessions where you completely forgot Shane existed.
Liv, you got anything you want to add?
I'm uncomfortable.
Gee, that must be
Welcome
the
to
worst.
being an adult.
It's like, Fergus, you want to add anything?
Yeah, how's my box coming?
Are we still playing the game?
No.
Technically,
No.
Wait, we are?
I thought
Oh,
you said
yeah?
I thought you said
We all
we
need to shut up so we can progress a little bit.
I just haven't gotten to the and I'll see y'all next week part. It's just been a deluge of pain. All on recording though, so you
Sorry.
can enjoy this on the. Do not be sorry. I have deserved every piece of strife. Every complaint you've lodged at me has been earned.
I mean, hold on. To be fair, you and I have gone over the box in DMs since last session.
Yeah. See, I'm not all that a bad guy.
Yes, you are.
Just don't look at the Morgana situation. Then I really don't get painted well.
Hey Connor, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You ever ran a chainsaw before?
Yeah. No. I don't know why I said yes.
Are we?
Liv, we're done.
Okay, I'm leaving. Bye.
Okay, good night.
Is she
Yeah.
okay? Did we
Wasn't even
make
aimed
her
at
feel
you.
that uncomfortable?
What happened?
I hope
Was-
not.
It wasn't even aimed at her. We're just trolling
You-
Connor.
What did you gorillas do?